I talk a lot about accessibility, and with good reason. It's important. I'd go so far as to say it's vital. But let's be honest, everything we add to the instructional design workload is time, it's money, it's effort, it's another thing to be looking out for constantly. And ultimately, we're all human. We all make mistakes, we all miss things, we all have off days. So in this video, I thought I'd go through some of the tools that I use to help catch my mistakes and reduce the number of bad days that I have when it comes to accessibility. That's right, we're looking at accessibility checking tools. So, first thing to really make clear is that none of these tools can replace the human eye. They are all in some way flawed or unreliable, none of them catches 100% of everything, and many of them will simply tell you something's wrong, but we don't know what, or this is here, but I can't tell you whether it's any good. What these tools are great for is highlighting potential problems, things you need to look into, things you may have completely overlooked. They're great at spotting things like redundant titles and invalid links, and poor or short or missing alternative text. They're great at determining whether or not videos or animations are likely to cause seizures. And they're really good at checking colour contrast. But that's kind of about it. Now, some of them are very broad tools that can do lots of things. Some of them literally do one thing only, but they do it very well. So, without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at the first tool that I would recommend. The first tool is Wave, the Web Accessibility Evaluation tool. Now, Wave is a super popular website accessibility checker. It works basically by entering URL on the website. It looks at the page, it gives you a report. Really usefully though, there is also a Chrome and a Firefox extension, so you can have it at just like a button press right there in your browser. Once launched, it creates an overlay with error messages and little icons on it to tell you what it's found. It's really good at picking up redundant titles, structural mismatches and elements, links to HTML, poor color contrast, and how these issues impact the users. They tell you which elements of the WCAG or WCAG Web Content Accessibility Guidelines that particular thing breaks. It's also really cool because it has a code panel that allows you to look underneath the surface and see exactly where the problems lie. This is a great way of identifying issues that are actually caused by no-code authoring tools, some of which do a great job with tagging and classes, others are somewhat lazy. Next up is Google Lighthouse. Now, Google Lighthouse is slightly different because it's actually part of the Chrome developer tools. Right there inside it, you can open up your page in the browser, run the Lighthouse app, and it will tell you whether or not you've got alt text attributes attached properly, whether or not everything is tagged properly in terms of HTML, whether or not they have accessible names on all the buttons. It'll pick up on whether or not the pages have titles and a clear hierarchy. It will even look at SEO optimization and progressive web app compliance. It'll also give you a report on the general performance, i.e. how much latency is going on, and other web development best practices. It'll give you a score out of 100, but to be honest, that's not particularly useful. We're not looking to start a leaderboard, we're just looking to check our work. I would suggest that Google Lighthouse is fantastic if you are working with code yourself. If you're not, it's probably not a better option than Wave. Next up, we have Axe, Web Accessibility Testing. Axe is designed to be quick and lightweight. It scans the URL or page if you've opened it via a DevTool Chrome extension, which you need to be logged in as a developer to use. But not only does it tell you about all the issues you might have, so it tests for accessibility issues in terms of inaccurate alternative text, color contrast, extensions that utilize things that they shouldn't, links that go to nowhere, use of JavaScript that can cause issues. But more than that, it actually ranks the importance of what it's found. So it rates every issue from critical to serious to moderate to minor, and finally has a section called review. Review is really handy because it's where it puts everything that it's not sure about. This is the only tool that does this. Every other tool makes a judgment call about whether or not this is a problem or not. Axe is the only one to say, hey look, I'm not sure about this, you should take a look. But also really handy is the fact that it can give you that kind of RAG report where it's like, this is a critical issue, these things are serious, these are moderate, you've got a couple of minor issues that you should fix. But it really allows you to prioritize what your development team is going to be focusing on. So next up, we have Siteimprove Accessibility Checker. It's a Chrome extension, and this one, really cool, allows you to choose the WCAG level, A, AA, or AAA, that you are looking to get to. And then it tells you exactly how many issues you have in each category in order to achieve it. It separates these into errors and warnings, but doesn't have that same kind of, hey, are you unsure about this one, that Axe does. One of the great things about Siteimprove, however, is that not only does it tell you there's an issue, but it then relates back how this has an impact on real world users. It's a great tool if you're trying to get the rest of your team on board with the importance of making these changes. Now, I couldn't do this list without mentioning the WCAG color contrast checker. They have a Chrome extension these days. It's super simple. You select the level that you want to achieve, you tell it which type of color blindness you've got or none, and you put the colors in. Then it tells you whether or not you meet the minimum contrast requirements for each level. Dead quick, dead easy, fantastically useful when coming up with colour schemes or just double checking things, and now it's an extension rather than just a website. It's quick and easy to use. Next up, we have PEAT, that's P-A-T, Photosensitive Epilepsy Analysis Tool. This tool pretty much has one job. It looks at videos and animations and checks to make sure they're not likely to cause seizures. Yes, it's just one job, but my gosh, it's an important one. It basically looks at the video and checks for flashing, quick transitions, lighting effects, things like that, that might set off a seizure. Now, this does not mean putting every video through. These tools are not that quick, they take a little while to analyse video, which is reasonable. But if you know there's some kind of dark to light change or a flashing light or something like that, a police siren, let's say, with a light on top of the car, you probably need to run it through just to be safe. Don't rely on your human interpretation of, oh, that's not enough flashing, or, oh, I timed it and I think it's okay. Run it through the tool, double check. Far better to waste a little bit of time double checking than cause an incident. Finally, for those of you out there using Figma, there is a fantastic plugin called Able. Able allows you to check color contrast and analyze it against the different WCAG standards right there in Figma. No need for another app, no need for an extension, just a direct plugin to Figma. So there are loads of these platforms out on the market, loads of tools designed to help us. These are just some of the ones that I use on a regular basis. If there's one that you use that I haven't mentioned, please let me know down in the comments. Share a link so we can all benefit from it. If you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a thumbs up before you go.